Good morning to all of my college football people. If you're not a college football person, why don't you turn on Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Ole Miss, and then circle back to me and we'll see how you feel. That's right, it's Saturday and it is a big Saturday. My name is Paige and these are my plays. We need to talk about what's going on in college football because
I don't know what's going on in college football.
it's like everyone's good and everyone's bad all at the same time. We're not ranking based on who does well anymore. We're ranking based on who isn't doing
Poorly.
Who is good in college football. Before you throw out which teams you think are good, I want you to reconsider the schedule that they played real quickly, because a lot of teams who had big wins earlier in the year, week 1, 2, 3, Ohio State being one of them, they beat Texas, but then Texas kind of flopped a little bit. So does that still count as a big win? Same thing, Oregon beating Penn State. Penn State is non-existent at this point. So it's like, can we really consider that a big win for Oregon?
I don't know.
I will say a sneaky favorite that's
Not a sneaky favorite.
It's kind of an obvious favorite.
is Alabama. And last week I liked Ole Miss, but then they almost got beat by Washington State.
Go Cougs.
Who is good? I actually don't need to answer that question right now because
The Lion does not concern himself with the team as a collective. The Lion concerns himself with players.
and we're going to get started with a really hot and spicy game. This is Vanderbilt LSU. Vanderbilt's not upsetting people like they did last year, but they're still like actually people actually respect them now, which is I guess good. Diego Pavia is 45 or something, right? I'm actually taking his more on passing yards. I do think they're going to lose, but I also do have faith that their offense is going to get things going. Diego Pavia is from Albuquerque, and I lived in Albuquerque for 5 years of my life. So I just feel like this slight bond between us. He always has something to prove, like that he should be allowed to be playing in the NCAA. Whatever, he's on the field. Anyway, that's all I'm taking from that game. Do it for the Berkey boys. Now we're taking things over to Baylor at TCU. I feel like this game already happened. I watched too many games. They're all blurring together. The quad box has all become one and every game is just merged. I'm a big TCU fan and I don't know why. I just really like TCU. I'm taking Josh Hoover more than 312 passing yards at TCU. I just know those kids get down and dirty there in like the richest, classiest way ever. They have their button downs tucked in their khakis and daddy's credit card in their back pocket. But you know what? They're getting rowdy and they are showing up. I also do think TCU is going to win this game. It's just going to be a ton of offense.
This game.
I actually was at this game. You don't even know what game I'm talking about. I was at this game last year. Georgia, Ole Miss. Last year was at Ole Miss. Yeah, I stormed the field. Yeah, what are you going to do? Find me? I'm not even a student. There's something so pure about Georgia, Ole Miss. Ole Miss is my team. I don't know if they're going to win. Maybe Ole Miss just needed kind of a down week. Last week. I actually do not know which side this is going to land on. I would give it more to Georgia just because of the home field advantage, but you know that the entire state of Mississippi is going to be in Georgia because like what else would they be doing? There's actually nothing to do in Mississippi other than football.
This is a sneaky little pick.
This game is going to be uncharted, all right? We don't know what's going to happen, but there's going to be a little misbehaving. Kawan Lacey, he's a running back, Ole Miss. I'm taking his more receiving yards
Because I'm like that.
because I saw the board and I went, College coaches, come to me if you need any advice. Have you guys seen the news? Actually, college players and coaches can now wager on professional sports, and that was not allowed when I was in college.
And I was a college athlete.
I was a college athlete and that wasn't allowed. Forget suing for NIL damages that you couldn't receive. I'm gonna sue the NCAA for all the money I could have made in college if I was allowed to be on Dabble. Show me the money! Let's get back to the board. I am locked in.
Actually never been unlocked.
Think about that. Ooh, okay, so Ohio State is playing at Wisconsin. And this is one of those games where I get a slightly icky feeling. If Ohio State is going to play bad any week, it's this week. I want Ohio State to roll, okay? But I feel like this would be the week that they don't. It's weird because it's Wisconsin and it's like, whatever, like Wisconsin. They're not playing the Packers. But I am gonna take Julian Sayin less on passing yards. The reason for this is because he doesn't actually ever put up that many passing yards. Ohio State isn't like an offensive machine. So that combined with my overall feeling about this game,
I don't know.
the University of Washington is playing at the University of Michigan. These are two schools with similar fan bases. They both think that they're gifts to the world because their school's a little bit harder. Their acceptance rate's a little bit lower. We get it. You're not a state school. You're a university. The University of Washington going to Michigan, they're going to run the ball. I'm taking Jonah Coleman, the University of Washington's running back, more on rushing yards. If he doesn't get this, I will never
Ever.
put a UW player in a lineup ever again. I hope he does get this, not for the sake of them, but for the sake of me and you, because you're tailing. Yeah? Arguably the biggest game of the day besides Ole Miss, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama. I think Alabama's going to win, but I love Morgan Wallen. This is what I mean by college football is weird because Tennessee barely beat Arkansas. but they also barely beat Georgia. You know, it's just literally, it's a coin toss at this point. That's why we go back to the players. Tennessee's quarterback, Joey, we're good friends. I'm taking his more on rushing yards. He's had some games where he has like 40 yards and he's had some games where he has like -11. And I'm also taking Jeremy Bernard. Why do I do this? I take him whenever I get the chance. Whenever I get the chance, I take him. Earlier in the season, I was taking his more on longest reception. What I've seen from watching Alabama play, they are now finding him 5 to 7 yard passes. I'm taking his more on receptions, 5.5 receptions. Do not let me down, sir. And we have one more pick to round this off. And this, I haven't taken this guy for weeks because whenever I do, he does the opposite of what I want. I've let my anger at him subside and I'm taking Devin Dampier more on rushing yards. This is the only thing this kid likes to do. He doesn't want to throw the ball. He wants to run the ball and he's good at it. So
Let him do it.
Tell him to.
If you know him, tell him to.
okay, if you're seeing this before the game, help her up. And with that, that is 8 picks, 100x. I rocket boosted mine to like 130. You can do it too if you want, if you're lucky.
Are you not entertained?
This is about to be one of the best days in the calendar year. I'm gonna look back on this day and I'm gonna go, wow, that was the best. Remember that? Remember that? And you know what? You can have that too. You can have that same fond memory of today if you take this lineup, okay? I'm not trying to pressure you. I'm not trying to force you into anything. I'm taking it. I took it. It's taken. Also, follow me on Dabble. I'm very close to catching up to EJ. If this hits, I'm retiring. No. Have a day. Peace out, my friends.